World War II. The war that changed the world. Imagine a time machine that takes you back to the year 1939. Picture a world on the brink of a great conflict known as World War II, a war that lasted from 1939 to 1945 and changed the world forever. How did it all begin? After World War I, Germany was left feeling embarrassed and very poor. They were forced to pay a huge amount of money, lose land, and stop building weapons because of something called the Treaty of Versailles. This made Germany very angry. A man named Adolf Hitler became a leader who wanted to make Germany strong again. In 1933, he became the Chancellor of Germany and turned the country into a Nazi dictatorship, which means he had complete control and started building up the military. In Italy, another leader named Benito Mussolini was also in charge, ruling with a strong hand, known as a fascist regime. And in Japan, military leaders were taking over parts of Asia. The world was feeling very worried. Let's look at the spark that started the war. September 1st, 1939, German soldiers invaded Poland. Hurry! Soon after, Britain and France said they were at war with Germany. World War II had officially begun. The Germans had a scary new way to fight called Blitzkrieg or lightning war, which meant tanks and planes and soldiers moved at super fast speed. In a short time, Germany had taken over Poland, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, and even France. Now, let's talk about the fall of France and the Battle of Britain. When June 1940 came, France had surrendered to Germany, but Britain was brave and still fighting back. Hitler tried to bomb Britain with planes during what is known as the Battle of Britain, but brave pilots and new radar technology helped to save Britain from defeat. What happened next? In 1941, Hitler surprised everyone, including his friend Joseph Stalin, who led the Soviet Union, by invading them in Operation Barbarossa. It was the biggest military invasion ever, and it was really tough and cold. During the brutal fight in Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943, the Soviet Union fought back hard, and Germany was finally stopped, marking a big turning point. The war wasn't just in Europe, it was happening in the Pacific too. Japan had been taking over places in Asia, and on December 7, 1941, they bombed a place called Pearl Harbor in Hawaii where the United States kept their naval ships. The United States decided to join the war the next day, making it a real world war now. Great turning points happened everywhere. In North Africa, British and American soldiers pushed back against Italy's Mussolini. And on June 6, 1944, a huge group of Allied soldiers landed in Normandy, France, which was called D-Day, the biggest sea invasion ever. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union was freeing Eastern Europe from Germany's control. Now, Germany was being beaten from both directions. Now, something heartbreaking. During the war, Germany's Nazis did something terrible called the Holocaust. They wanted to get rid of 6 million Jewish people, along with others they thought were lesser. This happened in places called concentration camps. And finally, the end of the war. In 1945, Soviet fighters entered Berlin where Hitler was hiding. He ended his own life, and Germany gave up on May 7, 1945. People call it VE Day, or Victory in Europe Day. But wait, the war wasn't quite over. In the Pacific Ocean area, Japan was still fighting hard. The United States had a scary new weapon called an atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, they dropped a bomb on Hiroshima in Japan and another on Nagasaki.